How you doing today, my friends? Mr. Green here, and back out in the workshop, working on the cab. Still slowly but surely, as I make money on YouTube, I spend it on this cab and the stuff that I need. So yesterday, I had a stereo given to me by my uncle. So I installed that into the tractor. I didn't make a video on that because, as you all know, it's pretty dark inside that cab, and it's really like it's be very hard to videotape me installing a stereo. So I will show you the stereo, and I'll show you the like I put in Paradigm speaker, so it's a rocking little system in there. 200 watts, which I mean isn't a lot, but it sounds pretty good. And we'll have a listen. I've got a buddy's band CD in there that I don't have to worry about copyright laws. So anyways, I'll show you all the stuff we got to install today, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got everything we need here to install. I bought a flashing light for the roof, LED. So right now it's got the cigarette lighter adapter there, and I do have that output in the tractor, but I am going to wire this in direct because I do have all the switches in there, and one is for an LED strobe light, so I might as well put that one in there. I have the extra switch anyways, and then we'll be set for when it's really blizzarding here. It's really hard to see, you know, a tractor on the side of the road. Mind you, now with the new LED light bar, that thing is going to make me glow. That I can't believe how bright that is. And I will get some video. Maybe they're calling for snow this weekend, so I do pretty much my whole yard and everything. So maybe what I'll do is I'll get maybe my GoPro inside the tractor, and get my other camera set up, and we'll get some, you know, different angles and stuff. And right now I do have the bucket on because I've been scraping driveways. It works better than the blade. So I may have to switch back over to my blade, or I may just keep the bucket here for a little while until I can get something new to make the blade turn. Because when you're on driveways, sometimes it needs to be left, sometimes it needs to be right, the blade. And since I broke the actuator on it, I have to manually get out and pull a pin, and it's just more of a pain in the butt than anything. So anyways, on to this. And then this is the new antenna for the radio, because generally I just listen to the radio when I'm out working, because then I can keep up on the weather and blah blah blah. So that is going to get installed where this is. This hole goes right through, and the radio is right underneath it. So I'm going to take this out, and that one too. And I bought plugs for that side, these little push-in plugs that will plug that hole that that light made over there, and then my antenna is going to come up straight right here. So, and then last but not least, this is a new cup holder for inside the cab, and I'll show you why. The cup holder that's here is right here. Well, that goes down right where all the snow and everything hits the bottom of the cup, and your coffee within 10 minutes of being out there is freezing cold. So that's no good. So I bought this to mount inside the cab. I don't know, I haven't decided really where. Probably right there is probably where it's gonna go. So that way it gives me a little tray. You can, you know, put change in, blah blah blah, whatever else you want to stick in there. So these are the speakers. I mounted them up there. As you can see, it's really hard to show in here how dark it is, but you know, they're a decent sized speaker. I think they're 200 watts a piece. Like, they're a top of the line outdoor speaker too. So yeah, they were given to me from one of my clients, so that was another thing I didn't have to pay for. Gotta love when you get deals like that for free. So I just ran the wires all the way around and down, and then this is the old, so now this is pretty much my control panel. I realize the wires are not nice, but eventually I'm gonna close this in, and this will be like a closed in panel back here where you won't be able to see all this stuff. And but anyways, that's something probably for the spring. For right now, this is how it's going. So then I got my main panel, and then with all my switches. So this one's now my radio. And then I know they all have weird names on them or whatever, but then I have wipers and my lights and all of that stuff. But here's the old radio mounted right up underneath. And so it's an old Pioneer, you know, nothing special, but it will do the trick. I'm not, you know, it doesn't need to be anything crazy in here, but here, we'll turn it on. And this is my buddy's CD, so I mean, I like it. Not going to be for everybody, but at least you get to hear what it sounds like. Give it a second. Sounds pretty clear. It's going to be more than loud enough for me to hear inside here, so I'm quite impressed with that. It sounds just great. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to start working away, and I'll bring you guys back once I get you know, each thing kind of installed, and we'll go from there. So talk to y'all shortly. Okay, well, I've got that light taken out and got the plug in. Put a little silicone around there, and or hot glue, I should say, and that'll just seal that really good. Then got this drilled out, and now it's a 1-inch hole, which seemed extreme, but I guess that's the way it fits in. So got that drilled out, and got the new antenna on there. And because it's black, you barely even see it's there, and it's not going to interfere with anything on my roof coming in and out of my shed. So that's what makes sense. So also got the new cup holder up, which is just blends in. Everything blends in here. I know it's really hard to see, but so that's up, and now I've got you know, place to put stuff. And now I got all this back together. Got it plugged in down there, and we're set to go. And the radio does work, but yet again, I can't play it because it's going to be copyright for sure. So one thing left, and that is the LED. The LED is going to go up here, and then when I pull into my shed, I want to be able to move it down here, you know, stick it on the front or something like that, so it doesn't interfere with me coming in my shed. So I'm going to need to drill one more hole beside this one here, and it's going to go down and inside, and then to the last switch on that bank. So this is made by Blazer. This is a Canadian Tire, you know, 35 bucks I think I got this one for. I'll show you the one. I'll put a link in the description to the one on Amazon that I was gonna get, but this one was on sale or on clearance, so I picked it up through here. But I will put a link down in the description to the one I was gonna get, and yeah. All right, you guys can check that out. All right, well, I'm gonna get this out of the package. We'll get it, and maybe we'll plug it in first and test it first, and then before I cut the wire, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, well, there it is. Right away, I'm not happy with that. All that is just a blinking light inside an orange container. That is not a strobe light at all. That's no more than having my 4-ways on. That's just silly. I'm glad I did test it then before I cut the end off and wired it in. But I'm heading back to Canadian Tire tomorrow anyway, so this will be getting returned. Because, yeah, that's not at all what I thought it was. That's literally just a light bulb. LED light bulb inside of a container that just flashes on and off. There's no strobe, like that's just a blinking light. So yeah, that'll have to be on another video some other day. So I guess that's gonna conclude today's video, because I will not be hooking that up. And I mean, it does just plug in to, I know this is such a wiring mess here. It will get cleaned up eventually, but it is just in the cigarette adapter, and then it does have an on-off switch there. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to return this one, and yeah, I'll put a link in the description of the one I am going to buy, and it's blue actually, which I wanted, and they didn't sell this one in blue, but this is not at all what I was thinking it was. It was supposed to be a warning light. Well, that's just a blinking orange light. I guess that's still a warning light, but not at all what I thought it was. So, anyways, thanks a lot for checking out this video, and please remember to subscribe for all new upcoming videos, and if you give this video a thumbs up, would be greatly appreciated. Have a great day.